Hey everyone, we're home from the trip. Sorry, my hair is like, it's haircut time. Anyways, I wanted to do I'm gonna, I took off my nails, so I'm doing a new set of nails. I thought while I was doing my nails, I would talk to you guys a little bit about our trip. Something I was looking for on YouTube and I did not find, so I'm hoping this may help others, was um, ADA information at Universal Studios. And there's a lot I didn't know, and I'm finding as we go. And I thought it would be nice to put something out there, kind of a little tip guide for ADA if you're going for the first time using a scooter or taking a scooter. As you can see, guys, this is where I've put all my nails in this little thing. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want. I thought about doing my Nightmare on Elm Street, since it is, that time of, put them right here. Sorry for the glare. The Nightmare on Elm Street ones, but I'm not sure. I've also thought maybe doing my Hocus Pocus, because the movie just came out, which we still haven't seen the whole thing. Basically, our Hocus Pocus story is we were watching it on the way down to Florida, and they came back up and said that the camera had overheated and shut it off, basically. Shut it off, shut it down, shut it off. Anyways, so I've also thought about doing my Friday the 13th, just because these aren't ones I think I would wear at any other time. I think I'm going to do my Friday the 13th, so let's put those on. So let's go back. So, back to first thing. You're going to need a lanyard at Universal. Everyone has them. Everyone wears them. Kids, adults, so on and so forth. Do not buy your lanyard there. I mean, you can, but they're they were, I think, the highest one I saw was $15. We get ours at Five Below, or we've gotten ours at Five Below. We got Jeremy the Simpsons House of Horror, or is it the Simpsons Tree House of Horror one? So I'll bring that close so you guys can see. It's just your average lanyard. And the reason you need your lanyard is, one, you're going to want to have your park. If you have an annual pass, you're going to want to have your annual pass in it. Because, of course, go in the park. And the funny thing not funny thing, but, eek. I can't get it out. Okay, so this is Jeremy's annual pass. He has the Power Plus. Him and Sabrina have the Power Plus. But this pass has no discounts. There was no need to get the one with both of us have discounts, because we're together. So this is Jeremy's pass. It's the Power Pass. I'll do a little thing on the passes for y'all who might be interested. And you'd want to keep it, I know this is the front, but you always want to keep it with your barcode facing out, of course, because when you go into the parks in the day, in the morning, whatever time you go in the park, you're going to need to show your ticket to get into the park, so your pass. And then they do a finger, so they scan your pass, and then you have to put your finger on the little scanner so they make sure it's you. This is your room key, so you also want to keep your room key in here. Come on. These little things, I'm going to show you Sabrina's in a minute, which is so much better. So, we went on, I think what it is we went on, this is wet. This is still wet. We went on the the Popeye and Bluto river raft ride, and soaked. I mean, just head to toe, I was soaked for the day. And you can see Jeremy had his lanyard on, and the little card that comes with it when you purchase it is wrinkled and wet now. So that's the little card that came with it, and the little thing. So here's Jeremy's room key, and It's the river adventure. The river adventure here. But you want, again, we always keep our room key. We always keep it facing, so you can just, because we can go to the pool, go in the arcade at the hotel, go into your room. You need that. So that's Jeremy's. And just to show you Sabrina's, like I said, she got hers at Five Below also. Her and Cassie actually match. Clip it. That is one thing Jeremy's doesn't have. It's just your regular old lanyard. Sabrina's does clip here, comes off here, and it comes off here. So for $5, this is a great one. And it is your Hogwarts one. Now, we had to get her, and I need to get myself one. We bought the little pouch at Universal because her pouch was ripping. Those other pouches rip really easy. This one it closes at the top here, like a Ziploc bag would close. And then that's nicer to have. So I need to actually get a couple more of these. They're $8. This, though, I want to say, they say they're $8 now. At least that's what they were when we were there, because I was looking to get one for myself and I didn't get it. But if you can, try to I probably go on Amazon and see if I can order this size in a bunch of them, because Jeremy needs one. His is ripping. I'm sure Cassie's is ripping and mine's ripping. So there's that. And this actually keeps, I think, it a little more from getting wet. Okay. And now I'll show you mine, because mine has my ADA information in there. So here's mine. Mine is Honeydukes. Now, I did not get mine at Five Below. I got mine at Books A Million. If you don't have a Books A Million near, it's basically a Barnes & Noble. So here's my Honeydukes one. That's one side, and the other side is kind of all like the little candies. And then that's the pouch that it came with. But like I said, it is starting to rip. Now, it was nice when Jeremy was going to go get something, I could just unclip it and he could take to go get his discount when he was purchasing something. Now, I'm going to take out my stuff. So this is what I always keep in my little pouch. Of course, I have my ticket, and I have the preferred pass. So I have my pass. I don't think I'm going to be doing my nails, guys. Well, yeah. Well, and then I do not have my room key, but I always have my room key. But so this is my Universal, and I had to dry it out because it got wet that ride. They call it Attraction Assistance Pass with an AAP pass, Attraction Assistance Pass. And how it works at Universal, let's just put that way, how it works at Universal. And because I've never used it at any other park. So you go to guest services, and of course, they take your information. They ask you things like, can you take stairs? Can you transfer from your wheelchair or scooter to another wheelchair if needed, or to the ride itself? Do you need extra assistance going upstairs? Things like that. So that's, they don't ask you, they do not ask you, of course, because of HIPAA, what your disability is. That's the information they give. So, you cannot get it at your hotel. You cannot get it at guest services in City Walk. You have to get it guest services at one of the two parks, either Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios itself. And so you got to stand in line, basically. And like I said, they ask your information. They put all your information in the computer. And once your information is in the computer, you're good to go for any. Let me put it this way: you're in their computer, like, permanently as needing an attraction assistance pass. So every time you come, you just have to get in line and get a new pass. Not every day. Now, your pass is good. She gave us good for a whole 2 weeks. we're not there the whole 2 weeks, but that was nice of her. Um, you get your pass. The one pass is good for however many days you need it, 4 or 5 a week, however many days. So you don't need to get one every single day. You use the same one for your one trip, and it's good at both parks. And it would be good too at Volcano Bay. I have not been at Volcano Bay, so I'm not sure how Volcano Bay works. I'm not even going to go into Volcano Bay in this. In this. So again, you go to guest services, let them know you need an attraction assistance pass. They ask you a few questions. Nothing no HIPAA violations, and then you get your pass. And on your pass, as you can see, it folds up, and I always keep mine in my lanyard in this direction because they are going to scan that barcode. So as you can see, it shows the date that I need it, start date and my end date. It gives my name, and then down here it says how many people I have in my party total. So how many people with me. So they put 3. So me including 3. Now, your rest of your party does need to be there when you get your pass because they have to scan everybody's ticket or annual pass or however you are getting into the parks. They have to scan everybody's. And then here it shows alternate stairs. Yes, that I can do stairs, but I can't do, so I'd rather, if there's an elevator, I'd rather do the elevator because I can tell you in the Forbidden Journey, there's lots of stairs in the Forbidden Journey and I just can't do them at all. So here's how your pass looks. And as I stated, I always keep it in my this way so that they can scan it to let us into the ride. Here are the rules. So as you can see, like I said, that's flip down. It tells you the rules right here, how you can use your pass, so on and so forth. The biggest thing to note is you cannot just go up to the attendant and we're going to say the ride has a 50-minute wait for a standby. And you go up to the attendant and you're like, hi, I've got my pass. You go to the express line, you show them your pass. You will not be allowed in the express line if there is a 30-minute or more standby wait time. So, because in this scenario that I'm showing, there's a 50-minute wait time. The attendant will then say, okay, they take your card from you. And on this side, as you can see here, they will put the attraction, like in this case, I don't know what some of their little things are. This one here had a 50-minute wait. I want to say it was, okay. Interesting. Looks like it says Bloom. I don't know why. But that is the Velocicoaster. It had a 50-minute wait. We got there at 10 o'clock. So it shows here what the attraction is, what time you got there. So it shows 10 o'clock right here, that there's a 50-minute wait, and it shows what time to be back. Of course, mine got wet, so it said to be back at 10:55. Okay. And then you go off and you do whatever. Now, the nice thing about Velocicoaster is there's a whole, like, discovery area, and you can go in the Discovery Center. So we go in there, and there's, like, all kinds of dinosaur stuff that you can do, and they even have, like, you can hatch a dinosaur egg, all kinds of activities. So we go inside there. It's right next to the ride. Basically, the entrance to the ride is here, and the center is right here. So they're right, like, connected to each other. So that's nice. So we went in there for 50 minutes, did that, and then we walked back over to the ride. We try to be back 5 minutes before our check-in time, I guess you would call it. And I park the scooter, get out. I take my backpack And this is my, where did I put it? I wanted to show you guys my backpack, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. This is my backpack that carries, you know, all my stuff. So this is my backpack. It's not a big one. It's just a little, and you do not want a backpack bigger than this to carry your, like, we'll do a whole thing on bags and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, this is my backpack that I take in the park. As you can see, it's Mr. Beetlejuice. I do have when I go in March, I will not take this one. This is my October one because it is Halloween related. In October, I have a head wig for Harry Potter. Okay, so back to things. So you go back, park the scooter, you go back to the express line, entrance. You show them you have your, because it'll ask for your express pass, and you show them you have this. You have, your coach going to take it out. The person will then initial it that yes, you came back at that certain time. I fold it up, I put it back in my thing, and then on certain rides, such as Velocicoaster, because it is a pretty long line, even with Express, Velocicoaster and Forbidden Journey in Diagon Alley. No, I'm sorry, in Hogmeads. I'm trying to think. Escape from Gringotts and Diagon Alley. There's a few others. Always ask if you cannot stand for a long period of time. Tell them you need an assistance wheelchair, and they will then bring a wheelchair to you, and then your party will have to wheel you through the line. If there are stairs, they will direct you a different way to go use an elevator. There are a few rides that have stairs that you have to go, up, and so you would use the elevator. In this case, I told the gentleman that I did need an assistance wheelchair, and they didn't have any available, so he basically walked us to the elevator, and kind of took us like a shortcut way. I don't know to say a shortcut way. Took us to the exit, basically. Escorted us to the exit. Got us to the locker where you have to put your stuff to store. And again, I'll go into that later. And showed us the elevator. And then at that point, there was somebody else there to help us and take us up to the next level we needed to get to. So we took the elevator up, and you get out, and you're basically right there at the ride vehicles to get on the ride. When you get off the ride for Velocicoaster, or get off the elevator for Velocicoaster, and like I said, you're right there for the ride vehicle. There are some lockers there that you can put your stuff in. The lockers are free. They do lock. They're locked the whole time you're on the ride, because you cannot take your purse or anything on the ride with your phone, anything. They make it all go in a locker, and I'll do another video on lockers and things like that. So they will also scan you, because there is a metal detector when you go through Velocicoaster through the line. So they have like a bar to scan you. They're just looking for, like I said, they're looking for anything that could fall out of your pockets, really, any kind of metal that could fall out of your pockets. And we're right there. You're right there. So that's kind of how the AAA pass works if the ride has a 30 or more minute wait. Now, if the ride is anywhere from 0 minutes to 29 minutes, you can just walk up to the express line area. Again, they'll ask for your express pass. You said, I've got this. They will scan it. They have a little scanner. They ask how many in your party. You tell them how many's in your party, and you can go through the express line. Now, like I said, if you're doing Forbidden Journey, ask for the wheelchair, because what'll happen is there are a lot of stairs in there, and you still, even through the express line, if I'm remembering correctly, even through the express line, there's still some stairs. So when you have the wheelchair, they will take you a different route and you get on the elevator. Now, this doesn't mean that you're not going to have to wait. I mean, you may still have a little bit of a wait, even though you're going through the express line. It's not, so just keep that in mind. It's not going to be like, oh, I get right on. No, you will, even though you have your pass, you still have to wait. And on Forbidden Journey, another thing, and I'll do more. I think I'll do more now that I'm just doing this. I'm going to do more ride exclusive AA, AAP information. But because for example, on Forbidden Journey, it is a moving walkway to get onto the vehicle. And if you cannot do that moving walkway, let them know. They will then escort you. Well, they won't escort you actually. There's another elevator that you take, and you take this elevator, and it'll take you to the non-moving platform that they have, which is nice. I do that one. I mean, I can use the moving platform, but I prefer not to use it. I almost fell the first time because I didn't even know it was a moving platform. So that's something to keep in mind too, that if you have an issue getting on a moving platform, that let them know. And they will even ask you. They will ask you when you come in there if you're okay with the moving platform. So that's nice too. The team members, I'm going to say, are very helpful. They are informative. They work great helping you get on those rides that you need to. Now, there are 2 rides that do not have passes, expressway. One is Velocicoaster, and one is Hagrid's Magical Motor Car Creature something, I can't remember. And that's in Hogmeade. But because you have the card, you can still, I think they take you through the exit is what they do. Or in the case of Lost, because they let you go through this, like the single rider line is what they do. Yeah, the single rider line, and then they scoot you because you got the wheelchair and they take you different ways. Anyways, so I wanted to give a little bit. So that's your attraction assistance card pass. Now I keep this until my next trip. I don't get rid of it. I keep it in my lanyard with my annual pass. Funny thing is, I will keep these in our suitcases, or I keep them somewhere I know they are. I keep them in my top drawer of my dresser, just so I know that I can grab them, so I don't lose them. Because of course those are our tickets, and I pay monthly on them. We'll get into that another time. But when you go back, if when I go back in March, or like when I went back this time, I went to guest services, hand them my card. They can pull your account up just from your card. She was able to pull me up. I think by then, I don't know how they do it, but she was able to pull me up in the system. I'm sorry, in the system. She didn't have to ask me any questions. Again, I think she did ask me. Oh, no. She just basically copied the information from the last card to the new card. Scanned Sabrina and Jeremy's. I would scan Jeremy's because his wasn't it. Sabrina's is already on in the system, and just gave me a new card, and I was off. So it was very easy and simple. So keep your card. Do not get rid of your card if you're planning to go back down. If it's a year from now or whatever, if you keep it in your suitcase, if you know you're going to be using it again, you don't want to lose it. That's just my suggestion. Maybe keep it in like your park backpack, that kind of thing. So guys, again, this is my just kind of let you know how the ADA works, or I call ADA, the AAP the attraction assistant pass works at Universal. It's very easy. If you need it, use it. Like I said, the team members are great. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this is helpful to someone because, like I said, I couldn't find any information when I went online. Very, very little information. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all our new subscribers, old subscribers. I don't like saying old subscribers. I should just say thank you for being here, guys. You're all wonderful. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye, all.